the one and only Poetry Papi, where words and rhythm come together to catch a vibe. We go live every Wednesday night at 9. So writers and artists of any kind, if you feel inclined to jump off the porch and join us on the corner, email me at poppysportrycorner@gmail. Let's go! Yo, we back at it, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Welcome back to the corner. Y'all know I got to give time for the people to come on in the room. I hope y'all queens celebrated yourselves this month. And kings, I pray y'all turned up for them queens as well, because y'all know how we do it, man. This month right here, I definitely celebrated Black empowerment for the queen, because it's me. I gotta celebrate that, but it's all about empowering queens, period. So this month, I hope y'all really did y'all thing, man. Not only did some major blessings come my way, this month right here, y'all know I started my new year, so my new beginnings came. As soon as my new beginnings came, things started going my way. I planted a seed, and man, last year harvest, and it just blossomed right away. So I'm more than thankful today right here. So I've been celebrating me turning up. Y'all know what it is. It's hump day, but I ain't humping around, and I hope y'all ain't been humping around on y'all selves this month either. I definitely missed y'all last week though, but man, grab your wine, grab your whatever you need. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Go get it so that we can relax and enjoy the show tonight, y'all, because it's going down. I'm not even gonna waste too much time, man. My first guest been holding her own grounds around Atlanta, from hosting her own poetry night to a trap karaoke night. She's definitely a vibe that y'all need to check out. And tonight, y'all, she on the corner. She putting on a show almost every week. And if y'all find time, y'all definitely need to tap in on what she got going on, because she bringing y'all that fire. So y'all know what it is this week. I gotta welcome the queen. Queen, how you doing? I can't wait for you to come up here, baby.
The beauty of my soul leaks, but there's too much mystery, too much this eye has yet seen. That girl seems cool, but it's just something. Well, I'm the being inside the body of which the world see. Yeah, I laugh and pretend as if I'm happy. But you'll never know the agony of walking in uncertainty, afraid someone's out to hurt me. That's the misunderstanding. All I get is misunderstand me. And I'm like, misunderstand me.
Oh, and I'm about to understand you. Queen, welcome to the show. How you doing
Hey,
tonight?
what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Excited to have you in the house tonight. So before we
That's
even get
it.
into the
That's
poetry
it.
flow of it, tell me about what you got going on in the city, baby, because I've been seeing them flyers popping up, ladies night. You really rocked out for the queens this month. I don't know if you do it all the time, but this
Man,
month I seen ladies night here, ladies night here,
yes,
ladies come on out. That's all I kept
yes,
seeing. What's going on?
yes, man. So, I'm CEO, owner of Catalina Wine Mixer. Me and my business partners, we just kind of have a platform where for artists, underground artists, established artists, whatever, to come on and promote themselves. You know what I mean? Put themselves out there. We do karaoke nights. We do all kind of fundraisers. We definitely give back to the community, especially with our artists, children. I think last August we did a drive for back to school where we just basically tried to raise funds for the children. You know what I mean? We understand because with my team, it's mostly women. And so, as women, a lot of us have children. And so it's kind of tough. But I mean, hey, you
I
just got
mean,
to
I
keep
love it.
moving.
So y'all give back to the kids. I mean, no matter where you have a double household or a single household, you
Yeah,
repping for the queens, because it's a lot of y'all are queens got the
yeah,
kids. So just
yeah,
giving back to the kids by itself tells
yeah.
a lot about the community. Are you just mainly doing it out of Atlanta, or where can people tap in to try to find out how to help?
So we do have an online presence where we were doing it online and we were tapping in from different places and stuff like that. But our main location is here in Atlanta. Um, we hope to expand to travel. You know what I mean? collaborate with a lot of the
So where can they
promoters
touch
of the
down?
city.
Email. Tell them your email.
And
Tell them how to
so,
reach out to you.
so they can reach us at the Catalina Wine Mixer 22 at Gmail. And
Y'all
that's
heard that?
CALINAWINEMIXER 22 at gmail.com. And
Man, I'm
I'm
glad
telling
you
you, if
spelled
you're
it.
looking at travel, yeah, because I get that all the time.
All right, y'all heard it. Catalina Wine Mixer 22. Y'all make sure y'all look it up. Y'all help with the kids because it's all about the kids. So, Queen, other than the tell us about this trap music. Because I've been seeing that too. We got the
Oh,
karaoke trap
so
music going on.
man, so like you said, we've been from the hood. It's in us, you know what I mean? It's refined and it's grown and it's still a part of us. So we always see karaoke, karaoke, and karaoke. And I'm like, okay, let's do something where it's just all trap music, man. And you know,
Okay,
it's
then I'm telling
definitely
you,
a vibe.
I
We
know
had
that
the
the
real,
next time you have one on Friday, I'm definitely tapping in because I want to get out there and too. Because
hey,
I be seeing the videos and y'all really
to
be
baby
vibing.
going,
You know, music
yeah,
is a vibe. It's poetic, just like
yeah,
everything we do in life. It's a
yeah,
boom. I say it almost every
yeah,
week. It's a boom, so you got to hear it. So the first poem
right,
I know that you told me is a poem that is called "My Friend" or "To My Friend," right?
yes, yes.
All right. So what made you write this poem to your friend?
Because we all have that friend, and so with that friend, you know, we see them going through things, we see them struggling and not really being the friend that we know they are. They've kind of gotten in a situation, relationship where you see the other person kind of dragging them down. And sometimes we're not always able to go to our friend and talk to them. And so this poem kind of for me allowed me to express that to one of my friends.
Hey, that's deep and it's special because you leaking it out through the pen. A lot of people
Yeah,
don't understand, and I say this all the time too. I beat it in y'all head. Writing is therapeutic. Most of the
yeah,
things that artists do is therapeutic. If you
yeah,
draw, if you write, if you knit, if you sew, it's usually drawn to your
right,
emotions in some kind of
right,
way, shape, form, or fashion. So
right.
I'm ready for you to go on and get into it. So let's hear this letter to your friend.
I saw my friend today. She looked so pretty. Her hair was nice and neat. Her dress was sexy and classy, and I'm telling you, her makeup was beat. But still, her smile seemed weak. There was something off to me. As we vibed and got to speed, although my friend was sitting pretty, I couldn't help but noticing that she was drowning in this nasty beast that commanded her body. So, speaking life into the spirit of the beast stirred up restlessness easy. She was uncomfortable hearing that she was a queen. She was defensive in knowing that she was too good settling. She had fooling herself into thinking that if happiness comes nonchalantly, that she'd be okay in waiting. But this could not be the confident black queen that taught me self-esteem. I persisted in her knowing how precious she was, but she cut me off defensively. She never heard me say that it's okay. Sometimes we give love away, looking for the same, so we settle every day, getting further away from what we ever wanted in the first place. We put too much pressure on a bun that don't matter anyway, and we talk up a thing, making it more than what it ain't. So when it crumbles, we just can't walk away to our shame, and we stay. But it's okay, friend. It's okay. But the beast in her place wouldn't let my friend stay. She knew the truth of a man, and instead that beast ran, dragging along my friend. Her mind was so entranced, she was defending the ignorance. She had her responses planned, rehearsed in her head. She couldn't hear a word I said, had me guessing on my end, like I was strong arming my friend. But there was a word that I heard that light and darkness doesn't blend, and so it all made sense as I waved goodbye to my friend. Thank you.
I'm over here
Thank
snapping
you.
it up. That was deep to your friend. I mean,
Yes.
oh, let me shout it out. Duke 2.0. Everybody who watch my show know how I say his name, baby. He in the building this week right here. I support. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you for everybody who over there commenting. I hope you see your comments running over there because they line you up over there right now. Um, that was deep just to notice. Like it takes
Yes.
a lot for people to notice that something is wrong with their
Yes,
friend or wrong with
yes,
their loved one. And it takes
yes,
even more balls to say something to them because sometimes you
yes,
don't know how to approach a situation. So to be able to write your emotions out, just in case
yes,
you couldn't say them, at least
yes.
you might have got it off of your chest, what you needed
That's
to get
it.
out there. And one day that person might hear it if you haven't already said it to them.
But the thing is, God told me basically, sometimes everything isn't for you to take to people. Sometimes He has to have them go through things and learn things out of that lesson. We sometimes, we be in a rush to be like, well, da, 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 and it's like,
Right.
well, that wasn't your place, and that's why sometimes they may not be in a position to hear you, even though you may have the best intentions. So with all things, I definitely pray first and ask God, you know what I mean, and He led me to that poem. Yeah,
Hey, and I love that it led you to the corner because at
yeah,
the end of the day, you blessing somebody might need to hear that. So I
yeah.
love that. Queen, I'm definitely gonna have you back up. So stick around
Yes,
for me, all
ma'am.
right?
Yes,
Darn, y'all see I be hitting that button so fast. Y'all know how it is on the corner. And I gotta bring her back up in a minute to hear what she had to say. Cause I definitely was not trying to do that. But y'all know, man, for real, the queen just said something really deep that the higher power led her to know that that was the right path for her to take, man. And that's something that just love. When you love somebody, you have to embrace them, hold them, grab them when you see that they straggling off. Because everybody path ain't the same, but you know when somebody about to crash. You know what a crash dummy look like when you see none, man. But y'all know we about to move on. My next guest, y'all. My next guest is definitely new to the side of the corner, y'all. So I'm so excited. We haven't had this side on the corner yet. So, nevertheless, he about to bring that dope to the corner. So y'all know I'm excited. His name is Dylan. And we about to run his clip so y'all can hear what he got going on before he bring it on.
They ask me if I'm happy, and I tell them I'm okay. I tell them that because there's really nothing else to say. Should I tell them how my world just got turned upside down, or that when I reach the greater heights, I just fall and hit the ground? Should I tell them I'm a psycho, or maybe tell them I'm a little nuts because every time I get the ball, I just fumble it like a clutch? Should I tell them I'm a failure, or maybe tell them I'm fucked up because the only kind of peace I find is the bottom of a cup?
Y'all didn't hear y'all hear me saying his stuff already. Y'all know that mean I done listened to that thing for a minute. Did y'all hear what the man said though? Let me bring him up so he can talk about it. Dylan, welcome to the show. Yes, I've listened so much that I was finishing your last line. That was a deep poem for anybody who heard the snippet of it. It's a lot of people living out here for real like that. I have days like that all the time where I don't know if I'm here or if I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understood that poem. How you doing tonight, though?
I'm all right. I'm all right. How you doing?
Hey, I can't complain, man. I got y'all here blessing the room. So right now, my night can't get no better. I love
I
it,
got.
man. We rocking for the queen, so I'm with it.
I gotta say, as a host, I love your fucking energy, man. It's
Thank
great.
you.
It's
Thank you
great.
so much.
Great.
And trust me, even when I'm not hosting, my energy probably way too high. Just imagine me drinking some real caffeine or something like that. Boy, they probably sit me down somewhere. I'll probably be in here like, but I love it. So how long have you been writing, Dylan? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I mean, I kind of like got interested in writing when I was pretty young, like, like 10, 11, but I don't feel like it started actually developing into something that I wanted to do with my life, or something that I felt like I was actually good at, until high school, probably. I mean, maybe middle school, but really high school is where it, like, formed in my brain, like, this is what I want, you know what I mean, from the rest of my life. Um, and I write some stories and stuff, but mostly it's just poetry. And I sometimes I tend to, like, I'll start something at a certain point in my life when I'm feeling one way, and then I'll finish it, and it'll kind of like round out the whole thing. It'll kind of tell a story, you know what I mean, in a way.
Right. So you basically
um
balance your life through poetry. Like I
yeah.
live through poetry, so I definitely understand that, and I understand the fact that you started when you were younger, but it became a passion, really a thing for you when you were in your years after you kind of developed already. And that's usually when things come about around high school. Middle school, you kind of dibbling, you're in the middle of life. That's why it's called middle school. So by the time you get in high school, you kind of got it down packed. So I love the fact that, you're about to bless the corner. Tell me about your first poem.
Well, so this is that's why I mentioned that, because this first one is one of those ones that I started, and I had maybe kind of the first verse, or the first first bit of words written when I went to like a foster care system, like placement, and you can make friends in there, but it's kind of like anything when you're locked up in that situation. You kind of want to keep your chin up, but your head down.
Head down, yeah.
Right. So I kind of just kept to myself and wrote a lot, and I filled up like 2 huge books of poetry, and then when I got back, I had a lot of friends pass away on me, including my mother. She passed away, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Either 20 or 21. I can't even remember at this point. But that hit me pretty hard. So I took that that piece I had written, I expanded on it with deeper feelings and more things to say, and turned it into what it is now.
Oh, definitely. I definitely understand that. So what it sounds like to me is that through your journeys through life, writing has been one of your best friends. No matter what you had going on, it was something that you were always able to fall back on and get your emotions and your feelings out, which is a beautiful thing, man. I'm glad you made it through all the stuff that you just named in that little bit of time. And I'm glad that you had your side chick with you, because that's what I call my poetry. She's my side chick. She's everywhere with me. So I definitely want you to bless the room, man. We definitely ready. Let me drop myself on down so we can get our first poem. What is the name of this poem, Dylan?
This one's called Nothing Else to Say.
All right, let's get it.
They ask me if I'm happy, and I tell them I'm okay. I tell them that because there's really nothing else to say. Should I tell them that my world just got turned upside down, or that when I reach the greater heights, I just fall and hit the ground? Should I tell them I'm a psycho, or maybe just tell them I'm nuts? Because every time I get the ball, I fumble it like a clutch. Should I tell them I'm a failure, or maybe tell them I'm fucked up? Because the only kind of peace I find is the bottom of a cup. Should I blame my ADD, or maybe my bipolar, or the soul that turns to stone as my heart is getting colder? But there's no need to say it. They can see it in my eyes. Oh, the anger and the pain deep behind the lies, cloaked in fake emotion, but right beneath the skies. When hell on earth arrives on the dark streets of my mind, and they act like they're surprised when I lash out or I cry. When all this shit has gotten to me, it's hard to just sit by, but I hold it in and try to spread my wings and maybe fly. Try to reach some greater heights, but it's harder every night, and I'm still left to wonder why I can't get up and gather all my thoughts while this darkness closes in on my motherfucking heart. I can't turn the key and start, like my brain is stuck in park, and even if I could, I'd still be driving in the dark. The darkness in my brain while I slowly go insane from the overwhelming pain that always travels through my veins like a drug, and I'm so dazed, getting drunk and high for days, but just to keep the old me fucking chained up and at bay. But that demon's here to stay, and I know that there's no way I could ever change my stupid, selfish ways, and my mama knew it was hard for me to look her in the face. She knew what I had done, and she knew it had just begun, knew I was only getting darker because there is no fucking sun, and wondered why the darkness came and swallowed up her son, wondered why I'm not so strong, wondered how the demon won, and I still wonder that myself as I'm fastening a belt around my fucking neck, but just so I can feel those fucking stitches in my chest. My mom felt them every day. Mom, I know I caused you pain, and I would write you a letter, but there's nothing else to say.
Jesus. That was, you just shook my soul with that one right there, man. Definitely. I don't even know what to say. That was amazing, expressive. I'm just at a loss for words because it was so many different things at so many different points. It was just, I can't say nothing but dope, and just dope the way that you just basically took your feelings and leaked them on. When I say you poured them out on that pen, baby, you broke that pen when it got you another one, broke 2 more of those and came back around. I love it, man. Thank you so much for that blessing. That was the joint right there. And how did you feel? Like, how many times have you expressed that?
That will, I mean, I choose very most of the time I choose very carefully who I share that one with. I've been, gotten more open as I've felt more comfortable both performing it and with the feelings in it, and just like, because you feelings don't like go away. You just learn to live with them,
Facts,
So
facts.
it doesn't get easier to deal with. It just, get you just get stronger as a person.
Oh, you
You
don't have
know,
to tell me. I lost my mom coming up on a year
if it's not
next
gonna
month.
get easier,
So
you're gonna have to, yeah.
right, I definitely understand the what you're saying. It definitely resonates with me. Thank you so much. Don't go nowhere because you know you got to come back up here again, just like the queen coming back up here. But y'all know I gotta drop it down for a minute. Yo, y'all know every week I go out and I go and I find somebody that's not right here, meaning not my home, not my state, not over here on my realm. This time we about to take a travel to the waters, y'all. We about to go on a boat ride. Are y'all ready? I hope y'all ready because I'm ready for it. But let me go ahead and do this intro the proper way, the right way. Ta uno. Now y'all know the corners worldwide, just like I said, and we rock blocks. But on this week right here, we ain't doing it no different. We visiting the island, like I said. Tonight, Trinidad is definitely in the house, y'all. My next guest has written 4 books. One of them he giving out to you mofos for free. Y'all know that's corner prices. All y'all got to do is tap into his website, and it's right there. Talk about giving back to the culture. And on top of giving back, he really gives back. But we're going to talk about all the ways that he gives back. But writing those books and everything else he got going on, he still manages to teach the youth, y'all, and not just the regular youth, man. He's a special guy that teaches special needs, because you got to have a special kind of patience to deal with that kind of thing. So y'all know I got to welcome him to the stage. Uno, come on through and tell everybody how to say your name the right way.
Why people great until they got to be great? Why is power to run the world more important than ruining it in the process? Crushing those who build nation and flying flags of those who destroy life. Wanting to see those in need on their knees, not realizing that one day you too just might be. Higher you get, the harder the fall, they say. Keep in mind, your succession, it is not held by you.
Yo, that right there for to let y'all know what's coming through. Let's come on. Oh no!
Hey, Papi! How are we
What's
tonight?
going on? Let's get it. Y'all know I am
Yes.
so excited. I don't even know y'all. The comments have been rolling in tonight, and I'm loving the energy that the room has going on, y'all. The room is fired up tonight. Is it because we got Trinidad in the house tonight?
Hey-ya!
We got a real Trinidadian. So what's going on? How you feeling? You already told me it's hot over there. Spread some of that heat out. Spread us with some of that love.
Well, that's what the poetry doing tonight. It bringing the power. It making you a Wonder Woman tonight, Papi.
Thank you. That's exactly what we got going on tonight, man. We is on it. Look at somebody already telling you to go, and you ain't even win. I love it. Let's go. That's my word, y'all. So I'm loving that comment.
I'm going to say this way. She is on one of the committees that I work with for special ed. So Giselle, like my dear.
That is what's up. So his support came with him, y'all. Y'all don't see the comments coming through. They already know what he's finna bring to the table. They know what's going on. So let's talk about it. How long have you been teaching?
Okay, so I have been teaching. I started in one of the worst areas where it have a lot of underprivileged, and it's what you call the catchment area of Laventille. And then and that was in 2015. Then in 2016, I moved like a literally 10-minute walk from my home to teach the students with special ed, because That's what I actually studied and did my bachelor's of education in. So I know what it is to work with the youths. I do it in different ways, but I'm also an avid animal advocate. So I will talk about one of the things who people I'll deal with is the Mustafa project. So
Okay.
they actually need people who can help feed the animals. They need people who could help save the animals. So that is just two of my pet projects I do because, as I say, I love working with everybody new. I love doing it. I just have the passion to take everything to the next level.
Facts. And from the days that we've been talking, you have been on the move. Let's talk about this competition. That because you stay competing. I mean, I've saw the awards that you've received from poetry. You have so many accolades under your belt right now. What drives you? What is the force behind all this drive? Before we even talk about, let's just get into the force behind the drive. What pushes you?
Okay, so I'll be honest, right? I don't even call it depression. I will say my dark side. Shout out Star Wars, because you know that sometimes depression will really get you. The dark side will take hold of you. And what you see now are just some of the poetry that I now started to do over because I came up with some books and literally this is how my dark side started. When I was going to school, I used to love to write stories, poems. In 2012, my mom died. I stopped writing altogether. And it was not until, as they say, COVID had some bad effects, but it also had some good effects because it was not until 2020 I really started writing just to get my feelings out, trying to get everything so I don't end up in the dark side. So I just say,
Definitely understand that. You were
yeah,
basically your light at the end of the tunnel. You wanted to make
yes.
sure that you brought yourself through. And writing was an outlet. We keep going back to how writing is such a strong outlet. That's why we have to keep it in the community. That's why we have to keep the culture going. And that's for any of the arts because all of them do the exact same thing. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that story. So let's get into these contests and stuff that you got going on. I mean, you just did, what was it, 2,500? How many words was it that you had to do?
It was between 15 and 20,000 words, but I only did like a 17,000 word book for a Commonwealth competition that it is almost ready for the last submission at 11:59 tonight. So
Okay.
early last night, I didn't see that competition until late. So I entered it with last minute poetry because anybody like my friend Giselle, she could literally tell you, I could write a poem in minutes.
That's amazing.
Almost perfect.
That's amazing. We was discussing that a little bit earlier tonight, how
Yes.
that's not my process. Everybody has a different process, how you can just
Mhm.
drum them out and drum them out. I'm more of a writing procrastinator. I'm writing it, but I mean it's gonna get
Right.
there, but I mean, that's
Yes.
more my
Yeah.
speed of writing. So
And
I love the fact that you're able to just boom, boom. But then I
yeah.
have those 3 o'clock in the mornings where I can't sleep and I'm up just knocking it out, knocking it out, knocking it out. So I mean, I feel like when we go in spurts. For me, I'll go in a spurt, and then after that, it's like I know it's there. I'm gonna get
Mhm.
there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to it. So tell good. What's the first poem you're doing tonight?
Oh, okay. So I was like against going live really and doing anything live with my poetry until last week Saturday. So this poem was really written for a different live poetry thing. But
Okay.
last week Saturday, I rewrote a version of this in a few minutes and performed it literally on the spot last week, Saturday. But this is the original, what I call power.
All right. Well, we're gonna get some of that power from Trinidad. Let's go.
Power. Why people great until they gotta be great? Why is power to run the world more important to blind others and seeing they are running down the world in the process? Crushing those who build the nation while flying flags of those who destroy life station. Wanting to see those who help on their knees, realizing that one day you just might be. Higher you get, the harder you fall, they say. Keep in mind, it is not your succession, but your succession is held by karma. Oh, how tangled life will be, building chains and walls to see. Falling from grace in this woke society, you may rise, but the pursuit of power will be your demise. Keep your mind open, my friend, like a tree. Get ready to bend. No, power comes from within, saying no to condoning sin. Power is not those who rule. Power is allowing others to rise with you. Out of ashes, be true leaders. Be heroes, even though they see you as anti-heroes. Power not of defeat, but of hope and of light. Be wide awake in this woke society. Praise, offer, witness, enrichment, rise. Real power in unity, that is yours and that is mine. And that is what power means.
Let's go, man. I love that poem as well. Tonight, y'all coming with it. Y'all making me want to pull out a poem tonight because I'm over here like they can't be the only ones rocking tonight. Y'all making me think about it. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I got a little taste. Maybe you should.
so what made you write power? What's behind power? And you say you rewrote it twice, so and it was powerful enough to do it like that. And it said a lot. So what was the main thing that drove power?
I am looking at different.
Oh, that ain't what I meant to do. Right.
So I look at situation in my personal life, my professional life, and what certain people are doing for power. Because when I see what power is going to people's head, they are losing their self. And this is what I say. I have to say it as I see it. So I just love to express myself in this way. And as there was this late singer called Singing Sandra, and as she have a song called Bring Down the Power. So that's what I try to do tonight.
And you did definitely brought down the power. And that is so true. People get into that role of having power and it just it tears them apart. It breaks them down. Where you would think it would build them up, it kind of does the complete opposite. So I definitely understood where you were coming from with that piece, man. You know what the saying is? Because I done told two people before you, do not go nowhere. I'm about to bring the queen back up for a little while so she can rock out in the room for us a little while. And you make sure that you come back with some more of that fire. Y'all know I hit the button fast. I be quick on them buttons and I don't even be trying to. It's just one of them things in my hand just be like, go. Queen.
Hey, what's going on?
You over there retwisted?
No, heck no.
Nah. I thought I seen you over there. I be over here like that all the
Adjusting
time.
my earpiece.
Oh, okay. You was making sure you mic check 1 2 1 2.
That's right.
All right. So when is your next event, Queen?
So we will have another event on April the 7th. It is a Friday. We'll be doing the trap karaoke part two. The first one was such a great success that we was like, yeah, we got to run that back again.
Hey, and I'm glad you're running it back because I'm gonna be able to bring it back, bring it back. I'm gonna be able to run it back with you this week right here. So it's gonna be even more special for me because I get to be in the house
But
for it. So where y'all
uh,
located, man? I keep trying to tell you, gotta tell the people in the A where to find
yeah,
you.
so we are on Franklin Gateway, 1148 Franklin Gateway in Marietta. So yes, come through. The event begins at, I think it's at 9. Yeah, the event begins at 9. We'll be done by 12, 1 o'clock. So, come
Hey,
on
that's
out.
not a bad Friday night at all. Come out and vibe. Y'all, she in Marietta. If y'all don't know, the name is Queen Crown
Yes,
on the book, or even on YouTube. She got them, she
yes,
wrote it on there too. Y'all go,
yes,
y'all find her, and
yes.
y'all make sure y'all go out and support. Tap into the Queen show because she
Fact.
out here supporting. She giving the love back that people
That's
without people
it.
even giving it to her. She giving
Hey,
love back, y'all. I seen that you host a poetry. You do your own poetry set
yes,
too as well. So
yes,
you definitely got to tell the people about that. You see how this works? I'm hosting my poetry show. She has her own show, but what she
fact.
did, she tapping in on the corner tonight, y'all.
That's
And,
it.
and I'm telling y'all, I seen it amazingly. She started off right there in her own yard and built
Okay.
from there. And now she's in a facility, y'all. Talk
Oh, for
about
real.
coming up. Talk about planting the seed and
For
watching it
sure.
harvest, y'all.
Yes,
You can do whatever you want to
yes,
do. So, with
yes.
that being said, Queen, when is the next poetry event? Have you been thinking about it? What you got going on?
So we got a couple of this coming up in the very close future. We're gonna be back outside come May. It's getting warm, and we're gonna be bonfires and all that stuff. But y'all gotta definitely follow our Instagram, Catalina Wine Mixer Jam Session, so we can keep y'all updated on when the next events and what we doing. Each event, every of course, has a theme, and so yes, definitely. If y'all want to know about the upcoming events, tap in with us there. We also got a group on Facebook, Catalina Wine Mixer Jam Sessions. Again, just tap in with us for that updated
Right.
information.
Y'all heard how old I am. I didn't even mention Insta. That thing is so far out my head. I be forgetting to even go over there and check it. But stuff. I'm so glad
Yes.
that Facebook and Insta hook. So all my stuff
Okay.
just load itself. You know what I'm saying? That is a blessing. So Queen, yeah, I know you're ready to rock out for your second poem, Queen. Tell us
Yes.
about this untitled poem you got here.
So this little poem is basically it's just kind of like, well, it's like saying goodbye to somebody that you never really wanted to say goodbye to, but at the end of the day, you know it's what's best for you. And so, again, my greatest and so my writing it, and so that's what I had to do and just kind of put it into words. So yeah,
All right, well, let's go ahead and get it, Queen. I thought I was gonna have to jump in. You had done blinked out on me for a minute. I know we
I'm
bring
here.
that power, baby. I didn't know
I'm
what
here.
had happened. I was like,
I'm
oh,
here.
let me jump off the porch right
I
there.
keep
Let me
saying
come
it
off
from
this
the
thing.
ashes, baby. I'm here.
Right, right. I know. Let me drop myself back down so you can get your eagle on. The second poem is
Okay.
untitled, right?
Yes, it's
All right,
untitled.
let's go.
Um, how could I ever hold my head up knowing the weight up on your chest, love? The worst was the expressions of you begging me to save love, to stay and fight the fight for us. But I just need to cut the lights on us. It's time to quiet us. Shut it down and wrap the story up. If this is what love is made up, surely it's all made up. But to let love live is to let peace die. Now I understand why Rihanna pulled the trigger in the middle of a crowd. So post traumatic stress is handed down. Now a headless horse runs around, bitter scarred and bruised, pissed off, seething, beyond angry, seeing things, left there standing with your heart in your hand bleeding. Never did I choose to hurt the innocence of you, but life's a chess move. You gotta make your next move the best, dude. Like Hove, I can't see them coming down my face. So I leave them on the page and hope you hear me when I pray. That the Lord's amazing grace come and take the pain away. There's a better day. I hope you understand it someday. Yes. That's that one.
Understand it too. Sometimes you just got to go with it. Sometimes you got to tell somebody, I guess I
Hey,
see you next lifetime.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So
And sometimes like it just gets hard because you get so caught up in a relationship that you got more loyalty to the relationship than you know what I'm saying, what's needed at that time. And God could be just saying, let it go, let it go. You holding on, but you got to make that move for yourself. Always got to love yourself first more than you love anybody.
talk
Yeah,
about it, man. Talk about
yeah.
it. And you definitely expressed that in that poem. By the way, I love the poem, man. It was dope. You already know, man. I ain't gotta say it. It's already
Yes,
out there. The way that you guys are expressing
yes,
yourselves tonight, you don't find it everywhere. Just the fact that this is raw emotion. This is people real
yes,
feelings that they feeling out
yeah,
here, and they actually putting it on a pen. And I love that
yeah,
emotional part of it inside of
yeah.
it. So, did you actually have to get a chance to perform this poem anywhere, or
Yeah, so I've actually performed this poem quite a few times. I've been to Florida. I've definitely been to Lawrenceville, Augusta, all over Georgia. Like definitely at my little Catalina kickback, all that. I've definitely. This is actually one of the favorites that people request because I mean, a
okay,
lot of people resonate with just the feelings of having to walk away from something that you truly want. You know what I mean? From something that you don't want to let go, but you know that it's not good for you. So I
right.
mean, it's
And
actually
you ain't
very
got no
requested.
choice but to let it go, or you're gonna have
Yeah.
to let pieces of you go. That's what a lot of
Yes.
people don't understand. Sometimes the
Yes.
hardest thing to let go of, you have to let go of it, or otherwise you start to
Mhm.
lose yourself in that
That's right.
process. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? And that's
That's
definitely
right.
not something that any individual should ever go through it. And you do sometimes have to go through
You
it to
do.
learn your
That's it.
value and learn who you are.
That's
But at the
it.
end of the day, you got to you better call Tyrone. You better call how many
Hey,
other songs she got? See you next
hey,
lifetime.
bag lady,
Bag lady. Yeah,
holding
you better do
on.
all that.
Hey, who's gone? We talk about Julie from Philly. Listen, because really, like, and I mean, because even with Donnell Jones, where I want to be, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
sometimes we just have to be honest with ourselves because, like you said, you end up losing yourself because you're accommodating and you're bending and you're compromising and you're relaxing those boundaries. But ultimately, you're teaching somebody how to treat you. You're teaching somebody how
Facts.
to love you, and you're actually getting further away from what, like I said, you wanted ever in the first place because those things that you're not firm on, you know what I mean? You know the saying goes, you
Yeah.
show somebody how to treat you by how you treat yourself, you know?
Facts, facts.
So,
And sometimes you're teaching a person how to love the person after you because it ain't no second chance with me. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
hey,
It don't go like that. So,
hey,
Queen, don't go nowhere. You know I'm gonna call you back up, but you know we gotta
man,
get this rotation in. And I ain't gonna cut you off this time. Everybody, I'm so sorry. I'm so quick on that thing, but my finger be itching sometimes, and I don't even know
hey,
why. It's just old habits die hard. But
all is
definitely, I'm
well.
definitely gonna have you back up. So do not leave the room. All right. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Y'all. So yes, listening to all that I was saying, I am gonna do a poem. And I wrote it tonight. So it ain't all the way there, but it's all the way there because I wrote it. Many try to walk in my shoes. Oh, let me go back. I don't have a title for it. It's untitled because I just wrote it today. So tonight we just gonna call it For the Queens because I'm rocking for the Queens tonight. So let's do it. Many try to walk in my shoes. Oh boy, they be thinking it's sweet. But if you smell anything around me, best believe it's defeat. Cause I'm she, the only one that can bring forth life. It ain't nothing nice if you mess with one of her offsprings. And for a real queen, oh, her king is everything. And she ain't always got to be seen, but best believe when she step out, baby girl is clean. Who is she? She is queen. This beautiful, amazing, phenomenal woman that's always doing her thing. And when she's done, she still might have to come home and cook and clean. And dealing with her, stuff might not always be as it seems. With a simple smile, she might be hiding how things are really going wild, broke down or foul, and then she'll file that in the back of her mind. Tell her kids everything is going to be just fine and walk out the door ready to shine. Because the queen has her own mind. So how in the world did the government chime in on such a lifelong choice? If he can't be forced, then how could she? 40 years we just went back in history where men think they know what's best. But boy, I bet if he could get pregnant, we put that abortion law to the test. But this is real. But the men that passed that bill, Peter probably don't work. Trying to knock down the countless years of hard work from birth, this queen's been fighting for equal rights, especially with her pay. But this is no game. But Mother May, I know y'all used to play that growing up. And if you didn't, then you just not old enough. But this is not a game. So I hope you always celebrate you. If you at the top of the wave, at the top of your epitome, baby, keep doing what you do. And if you still reaching, oh, you gonna get there, boo. All you got to do is keep on loving on you. Let's go. Y'all know how I do it. I be in there and out of there at the same time. At the same time, I'm gonna bring Dylan back on up here so he can go ahead and hit us with his second poem. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I wrote it tonight. I was just thinking about the queen, so I just had to put something out there for the one time for the night. So Dylan,
that was fucking
yo.
awesome.
It was really. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. It was a work in progress. I'll probably change some words later or something, but thank you so much for giving me those props. So your next poem, the name by itself really intrigued me.
So it's kind of a bit of a sensitive topic. It's about a school shooting. It's a fictional school shooting, but obviously it's inspired by real events. Because we have a lot of that, and it was I wrote it. I don't exactly remember the year. Maybe 2017. It was around the time where a lot of that stuff was really like big in the news. You had the concert shootings. There were multiple concert shootings. There were the thing in Texas. And
I remember everything that was going on around the time that I was scared to send my kids to school. That's what was going on. I was hesitating about can either one of us homeschool. You know anything past it, that type of situation. So I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and so at the time, I also had this friend who she just sort of like I don't know. She was just sort of like sad and depressed all the time. And I definitely know how that is. But I just didn't know really how to help her. And I didn't think she was going to like do anything dangerous. So I didn't base the poem off her. But I did kind of take the sentiment of like her situation and how she feels like, she got bullied a lot. And, I have too. But I just thought it would be interesting for the poem to kind of write it from a girl's perspective, because for the first reason is most school shooters are male. You don't really hear about, I actually can't even think about one female school shooter that exists. Maybe there's one out there, but I just haven't heard of it. But I thought it would be interesting to take it from the other side and see,
the concept, putting the concept together from the other side.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Tell the people the name of this poem. I already done tried to leak it a little bit by saying it intrigued me. So
this one is called "The Girl Who Loaned Me a Pencil."
The Girl Who Loaned Me a Pencil. Let's go. And I be needing them when I was in school every day. Anybody got a pencil? You got a pencil? You got a pencil? So definitely, let's go.
All right. I tune into CNN tonight, and I see my school building in the background. They're calling the shooting breaking news, as if no one wants to admit that something has been broken for a long time. All the teachers are crying as they stand huddled together outside the old brick building, clutching their chests as if to keep their souls from escaping. They stare into the vast, empty, and indifferent eyes of the camera, each of them wondering how such a wonderful kid could do something so horrible. The only thought in my head is, as I sit in the darkness of my room, eyes glued to the screen, is, how could she not? I didn't know her very well. I waved to her once, held the door for her once. She loaned me a pencil once. I saw her every day, but never asked how she was doing. I never asked because I already knew. I knew the day I heard the school counselor ask her if she was okay, and I heard the razor blades in her voice and saw the bullets in her teeth as she smiled and told him that she was fine. I knew because I was there the day she got chocolate milk dumped down her shirt in the cafeteria. I knew because I was just 2 seats over as spitballs were hitting the back of her neck during midterms. I knew because I heard the fake coughing and the names they muttered as they passed her in the hallway. I knew from the look of hopelessness and despair in her eyes every time she looked up from her phone. I knew when I heard the sobs as I walked past the bathroom. When no one else did, I knew. I watched day by day as her sleeves got longer and the bags under her eyes got darker. I watched day by day as all these little things added up to something that somebody should have noticed sooner. I saw the lists of names as I leaned over to give the pencil back. Her name was the last on the list. Mine was right above it. I find myself wondering, should I have told someone? Should I have done something? Would it have made a difference? Would it have made it worse? Did I even have the right to get involved? Was I on that list because I didn't? Do I deserve the same fate as the others? Should I have gone to school today? In the months to come, they will begin to rationalize the actions of this broken girl. They'll blame the music on her iPod or the movies and games on her shelves. They'll say her parents didn't raise her right. They'll talk about gun reform like AR-15 is the name of some parasite committing crimes against humanity or some illness to be treated like the common cold. What they won't do is watch the school cameras for the footage of the weeks and months leading up to this tragedy. They won't look at the messages on her phone or the notes that the victims left in her locker. Nobody will ever consider her the hero of this story. They certainly won't look at the bodies in the hallway like the corpses of slain monsters. And pretty soon, none of them will remember the deadly smile of the girl who loaned me a pencil. But I will never forget it.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say to that. Like, I don't even know how you tap in to that type of raw emotion. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that, it touched home a lot close, like you said, but that was just the spill of the pen again. It was crying this time because that is so many kids' reality, and so many people walk around and act like they don't see what's going on. But underneath it all, this kid is sad, and this kid is really going through stuff. And you have so many adults that'll be like, "Oh, you're a kid. You can't. What are you really? What are you really going through? Or something. What could you really be going through? And what could they not be going through if they're feeling that?"
Yeah, and especially I don't feel like people seem to understand when you're that age is it's actually probably one of the hardest times in your life because you got way more emotions and hormones and stuff going on in your head than the average adult. It's not that you're feeling less, you're actually feeling way more than the average adult. You're getting hit with all these the sexual hormones and the anger and the depression and all that stuff.
Just trying to come into who you are and understand who you are, maybe angry about what you are, who you are. It could be anything going on. So I definitely understand that. Dylan, don't leave out because I still want to tap in with everybody at the end. But I gotta hurry up and get you out of here. Did you see the comment I put up? Somebody said you got tears coming from their eyes, man. It was not. That was definitely a deep poem, man. So definitely you need to get out and read that at the schools. A lot of kids need to hear that. You know why a lot of kids need to hear it? Because a lot of adults need to hear that so that they can understand that these kids have feelings too. They're humans just like everybody else. So thank you so much for blessing us with that poem. I'm going to bring my Uno back up here so he can get his second poem in. Uno, how you feeling about what you're hearing tonight, man? It's a lot going on in the room tonight. How you feeling?
It is powerful. I must say, Dylan, I said before that Boom Goes to Dylan, right? No, that one, it just cleared the entire room.
Yeah, definitely. definitely did that. That's why I told him I gotta hurry up and bring him down. I hope you got something that's gonna make us laugh or something. Put a chip on now. We might have should have let him finish with that one. That one right there was definitely powerful, man. So we might have should have let him close the show out with that one. I might even bring him back up next week when we having that street talk and let him do it again, because that was definitely a powerful poem. But I want to hear what you got to bless us with as well. Uno, what you coming with? What's your second one?
Well, as we said before, since you are rocking the Queens, I am going to rock the Wonder Woman, because all women are Wonder Woman. You all bring a different thing. Queen, you rock. Papi, you rock. I'll shout in Giselle. I'll shout in my next friend Gita. Y'all rock. All my people from Trinidad, y'all rock.
They definitely rocking tonight. Y'all don't even see they got the YouTube heavy over there. Y'all don't even see what's going on YouTube, because most of y'all on Facebook, but they got their YouTube kind of looking heavy over there. So let me drop on down so they can get that second poem in, because I know they waiting on it.
Yes. So Wonder Woman, in her eyes, her heart and soul, there's a fire, a burning passion and desire, breaking free from the change, shattering all those constraints. She is strong, she's fierce, a force to be reckoned with, no fear. She stands tall with her head held high. With every step, she defies every lie. She is the embodiment of power, a symbol of strength that towers above those who seek to bring her down. She wears her crown with an unwavering frown. She's a warrior, a fighter, a beacon of hope and a rescuer. She fights for justice and equality. She stands out against every misogyny, and as Trini say, Mama Guy. She is the essence of grace, the true epitome of beauty. Her strength lies in her heart, her power and unbreakable spirit. She is a force to be reckoned with, a true inspiration, a gift. She is a Wonder Woman in all her glory, a story that will live on in history. And that was Wonder Woman.
And it's coming from a king, which makes it even more powerful when you talk about the Wonder Woman. Because, I mean, come on. Thank you. And blessing you for that poem. I hope y'all ladies love that poem out there tonight. I see we got some comments popping up over here. So I definitely got to let them ring on through so the king can see them. Thank you for shutting the house down with the Wonder Woman poem tonight, man. We needed that Wonder Woman. I'm going to bring everybody up for a little while so we can have a little discussion. This is how I like to rock it on the corner. You know, I like to bring everybody up so everybody can, you know, talk about how the show made them feel. And I know myself, the show was amazing. Tonight, y'all, and I just want to tell y'all I really appreciate y'all coming on the corner and rocking. To all the guests that popped through tonight, thank y'all for y'all comments, y'all likes. Make sure that y'all follow the page. We in here every week. Hopefully these poets gonna come back and bless the room anytime they have something new. Anytime y'all want to stop through and just say, hey y'all, I'm on the corner tonight, y'all welcome to come back anytime. All y'all got to do it, tap in. Y'all know my favorite word. So how did y'all feel about the show tonight?
Great.
Amazing. Amazing.
Love this.
Everybody's stuff was so powerful. And Queen, every time you open your mouth, you speak so much truth. I love it.
I know, and I'm like, man, you always come with the fire. I'm like, yes, definitely one of my favorites, right? You know, hands down. When that man starts talking, listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
And power was very powerful.
Yes.
Oh man, I feel that way about all of y'all. All of y'all poems were powerful on their own levels. And I mean, all I can say tonight is y'all brought the dope to the corner, man. If y'all was looking for the dopeness tonight, I bet y'all found it on the corner. And you ain't find no nickel bag, no dime bag. These folk was slanging some pounds around here tonight. You hear me? They was full pressure. That's what that means. That's that pressure. Pound for pound, they was coming with it.
Yeah.
I told you when I heard that poem, just run with it. That was the bomb.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. I'm definitely gonna work on it a little bit. And yeah, but y'all definitely did y'all thing tonight, man. Thank y'all again. I see somebody up here is thanking y'all and saying, if y'all like what y'all heard tonight, make sure y'all tap in on that Cash App. Is running across the bottom right there. Y'all know it take me a lot to get these guests up here, and I appreciate everybody who appreciate me. You heard what I'm talking about. Queen, just know I'm tapping in Friday. Y'all make sure y'all tap in as well. Make sure y'all come to the event on Friday. It's Trap Music 2 is what's going on in the city. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's in Trinidad, y'all make sure y'all hit up Uno because he's gonna be blessing somebody corner. Y'all hear me? He is a busy king. He's moving around in Trinidad here, there, competitions, doing this, and he wanted to step off the porch. And baby, he did more than step off the porch. He took off running off of that thing. Dylan, my man, you were the silent sleeper. You were the one that I didn't know what to expect. I got a little piece of snippet, but you rocked out.
Yes, always. He does. He really does. And the Uno, I mean, I'm like, man, listen. Wonderful. Like, hey, you dropped some jewels in there. If you wasn't listening to what that man was saying, I'm telling you, like, he was literally dropping jewels. I'm like, oh, I caught it.
Yes, I'm telling you. And I'm gonna go back and watch the show. If y'all smart, when it comes to this poetry, always go back and watch the show. Tap in on Papi at Key-Notez on Facebook. Go to the YouTube. It's the same. Tap back in. Do a rewind because you missed a lot of it. You missed a lot of the words. So I know I'm going to go back and rewatch it so that I can catch some of the stuff that I missed as well because the pen was leaking tonight, y'all. I thought I had a special guest that was going to come in and tear it down with us for 2.5. I don't know if he came in the house tonight. But y'all make sure y'all look forward to it next week where we coming back with straight up dope from the corner talk. Y'all know, welcome back to the show and welcome bye-bye. We about to be out of this thing, man. Don't nobody go nowhere. Y'all know how we doing it. It's about time for me to say my good nights to everybody. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. Let's run that outro. Where we at?
I want to thank everybody who tapped in with me this week, especially my guests. And remember, if we make it to see tomorrow, we are blessed. So wake up with gratitude so it shows in your attitude. And that's how you reach those major latitudes. So let's go. No, really, let's go because I'm out.
That's it.